do that privately. So Rhonda, let's talk about two things with you. One, your group team page, because you're very cautious about what goes on that group team page. So can you talk about that and how that's helped you build your business?
Yes, absolutely, and exactly what Pam said. I'm a firm believer, and Mike said it too, dictatorship, we don't do that really in this business, but when it comes to building your team and supporting your team, it's critical that you monitor those group pages. We've had several instances recently, right guys, where we've had people who have begin to vent and they take out their frustrations about the company or a customer and experience. So we created a no tolerance policy on that page, and it's in the welcome on the page, and I recommend if you haven't done that yourself, do that and completely and totally relay that information on a regular basis. Now, should a negative comment come up on the page, as we have new leaders born onto our group, all diamonds and above become administrators on the page, which gives them permission to also delete. But there's a process in which we take to make that happen. So you always want to reach out to the person who has made that comment so that you can counsel them. It's an opportunity for growth. So find the right words, of course, to present that situation, address it, and remove that comment from the page and make it clear to anybody watching that this just isn't something tolerated there. We're in a business of building people, not breaking people down. And when you have brand new distributors that show on that page and the very first thing that they see is something where somebody's complaining about something, how would you feel? Not good.
Also, we've had feedback from potential distributors that no longer want to be a part of that person's team because they were watching and they saw comments. So you're losing business. You're really losing business if you're doing that. Now, from the fun part, Rhonda, you pretty much built your business on Facebook, and you've attracted a lot of people to your business through Facebook. And again, for those of you who came on board through Facebook, was it a picture that got your attention? If it was a picture, stand up. A before and after picture that got your attention. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, was it a comment about the opportunity that got your attention? If it was that, please stand up. Okay, then what was it? The wives told them about it. Okay. What else? One-liner. Was it a one-liner about
just like
tight and tone and firm? Okay.
average income chart? Yeah.
What's hard?
The average income.
Oh, average income chart. Opportunity bingo.
For me, it was 1 to 6 inches in 45 minutes. That was a long time ago.
Well, we can't do that. Yeah.
So you got product.
Yeah, you got product and you got opportunity. All right, so Rhonda, take it over from here. How did you launch your business on Facebook?
Well,
Did you throw up on people?
no, I did not throw up on people. We do want to use caution with that. It's a variety of what everybody shared here today that drew you to Facebook is, the before and after pictures are very powerful. And though it may not have been what drew you to the business, keep in mind that for your customers out there and potential distributors, they're watching you. Even if they never ever click the like button or or make a comment. How many of you guys have had that happen? Where you're just like, really? Don't you think this is cool? And nobody responds. Because I've seen it several times now with 2 months, 3 months, 6 months go by before you get the person that reaches out to you to say, I wish I should have reached out to you in the beginning here. So what I did is when I first started the business, I would put before and after pictures up, little slogans and phrases, what we can use, which is tone, tight, and firm in 45 minutes. On your before and after pictures, maybe put some things like, come to a party on Thursday and you can have the same experience. So we have to be careful with our words now, unlike what we used to be able to do, but that's not an inhibitor. We have the It Works Global page. Hopefully everybody in this room has liked that page because the posts that It Works Global puts up are great things to share on your page. They're always within compliance and they're cool. I mean, everything that we put out there is very cool. Now, as far as the how often do you put this on your page? What you want to do is do just the opposite of what Pam had mentioned, which is what we call throwing up on people. You know, once in the morning, put something on your page, and then maybe once again in the evening, put something on your page, because a lot of people that we know on Facebook have tons of friends. So if they only log onto their page for maybe 20 minutes a day, you want to make sure you have an opportunity to capture them, because if they've got a lot going on in their newsfeed, they may never see what you post. And the opposite of that is you don't want them to log on and all they ever see from you is those posts.
So how'd you launch your business? What was your personal experience?
What was the first thing you did when you joined It Works? What was the first thing that you did that morning?
The first thing I did is said OMG in big capital letters with a lot of exclamation points. My friend and I had wrapped the night before, and we at that time could share our results. And what I would say now is, holy cow, we were both down more than a pound size overnight.
Wow. Okay, so that launched it. Then I love what you said. Instead of they would comment, you would say, you wouldn't comment back there. You would have to message you, private message you.
Yes, we did a lot of private messaging, and I think that, you know, we have an amazing forum with Facebook, but we're still in a very personal business. This is a relationship business. So by reaching out individually through private messages, I think that's going to bring, or it did for me, it brought a lot more result. It generates more dialogue, and that's what we want to do. That's how we get together and get the wrap on them, right? Yeah, so that would be.
So you put a post out there, and then you've got all these other friends that may see it or may not see it. What did you do to your friends that were already in to let them know you were in the business?
The friends that had already commented. Is that what you're saying? The ones that didn't. Private messages. Again, that's the way to reach out and touch people. And frankly, I'll give you a little tip. If you come up with some great verbiage that you like about sharing your new business or your existing business, simply copy and paste it individually into private messages. You can still personalize it and touch base with that individual and ask about their family or what's been going on with them. But definitely personalize it rather than putting out there to the masses, because that's just insensitive.
Right. One thing I've noticed too, lifestyle pictures, lifestyle changes. You know, one of the most commented picture I've ever put out there was when we rode on a private jet to Dallas, and we put that picture up there. I had a lot of messages come in my inbox. All right, I can't stand it any longer. What are you doing? And this is from people that I've known since 11 years ago. So lifestyle pictures, having fun, enjoying the journey, because really no one wants to work another job. They're already full. Their plate is full. But what they want to have is freedom. They want to be able to enjoy the journey. So if you've got children, it's 3 o'clock or even noon, and you can have lunch with your kids, even if it's going to school and having lunch with them. Things like that. That's what people are after. They're after lifestyle. So those are very, very important. That's what I've noticed. Have you noticed that as well?
I have, in a big way. I mean, we get so excited about our businesses that the majority of what we do want to put on Facebook is about It Works, because it's changing our lives, and we know what it can do for others. But people need to see also that you're real and that you have a life. And my page is covered with pictures of my grandkids. I'm so blessed. And my new car. I got a new car, and that was, people notice those kinds of things, and they do reach out. And I have absolutely found that. It's like, what do you do? Why do you get to travel so much? It seems like you're always going fun places and doing fun things. Well, it's because of It Works.
And so let's approach one more subject then too. We do have private lives, and we do like to express that on Facebook, but we're also now building a big business. So maybe we want, again, before we post something, let's really think twice about it. Really think twice. Have you noticed that on some of the pages?
I have, my thinking about social media has shifted. Because when I first signed up for Facebook, I didn't have a business like It Works that I was working on the web like that. So think of your business now, or think of social media and Facebook as business media and not necessarily social media. You want to keep the social in there, but just remember that everyone is watching you. And if you're sitting in traffic and it's like, oh my God, really? You put those kind of comments on there, it just doesn't give the right message. It's really not the It Works way. So we need to keep everybody lifted.
Thank you.
Thanks. Give her on that hand.
Let's give her a hand.
what I want you to make a couple notes on is kind of the steps. Let's break down what Rhonda just talked about. Number one, if you're posting something, a couple times a day, you don't want to throw up on Facebook. All of a sudden, especially new people, and teach people. I see people, when there's a new distributor, because like you go to your news feed and you added them as a friend and they got like 6 or 7 posts in the last hour. They're posting every chart, every picture, every brochure, everything, and then their whole page. You think about how Facebook works. Now with the timeline, it's a picture here, it's a picture here, it's a picture here, it's a picture here, it's a comment here. It's like a collage of ugh.
Right.
And nobody has something to look at. So you have to give people time. There's times where I'll take 3 really cool pictures or think of 3 really cool things, and it's really hard not to put it all out there. But when you put something out, it goes on the news feed. If you don't know what that means, right when you go to Facebook, you read what everybody's doing, right? It kind of comes up. So that's going to go out, but it's also going to remain on the top of your page. So make sure you always have something interesting. When somebody goes to your page, that's what they're going to see. So you do that a couple times a day. Number 2, some people they start thinking about, free speech. So this is social media. It's got to be social. You can't delete this. You can't delete that. I love what Rhonda said. It is a social media, but it is a tool to build your business. Okay? You can share things on there socially, but if you are going to use Facebook to build your business, treat it as a tool. Think of everything that you put on there. If you're, every single thing, you have to be smart about it. Treat it as a tool. Just like you would use a blitz card. Just like you would use a magazine. So, you go through all that process. I want you to think